Hi everyone, I'm Karina,
Hi, I'm Emma.
and welcome to The Artist in You, a podcast presented by Moksha Canada for this time to give artists a platform to showcase their talents.
And you can find us on all social medias under Moksha Canada.
Yes, please like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel and our other social media platforms. Once again, are Moksha Canada. Today we have a very special guest named Ty. So, Ty, please introduce yourself to the audience.
Hi everyone, my name is Ty and I am going into grade 12. I'm 17 right now and I guess I consider myself an artist. I do lots of different things and I have many different passions. Right now I'm really interested in fashion and design and I've done a little bit of acting, so I'm just kind of going with it and seeing where the road takes me.
Awesome. So, have you started school yet? So, you're going into your senior year. Are you starting on Friday?
I'm starting tomorrow. Yeah, I
Tomorrow.
am pretty excited, but with COVID, it's so weird because it's like getting back into school. Probably gonna have masks again, and just figuring out how things go is a little bit frustrating. But it's gonna be good to see my friends again and actually be one as a class. So that's nice.
Yeah, I agree. I went back on Wednesday, so yesterday, and
Hmm.
um it's well, last year I was in person school too, and but there was like way less people, but this year like our school's crowded, but yeah, you still have to wear a mask and stuff, which like it
Hmm.
sucks and it's kind of confusing. It's almost like going to a new school because like a lot of people you don't
Yeah.
there like well, like it is a new school for me, but yeah. But yeah, so you do acting. Is there anything else like arts wise? Is it just acting and like design or fashion?
Hmm. So when I was younger, I would do a lot of public speaking and I would talk a lot at events. I've been trying to, advocate for people with disabilities as I use a wheelchair myself. So that's been a big part of what I've been kind of working on and what got me into like being on stage and performing. And that eventually turned into, doing auditions and trying out commercials and stuff. And then later on, I started liking makeup and fashion, which is kind of what I'm on right now. But something else that I really love is writing. So I write a lot of like poetry and I write like a daily journal just to kind of get all my thoughts down and keep everything together. It just keeps me sane, I guess. And especially through quarantine, it helps with that. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. I do quite a bit of different things, but I guess right now fashion is the main interest.
Yeah, that's so cool. You
Mhm.
could like write music too, like a song, like lyrics and stuff.
Yeah, I've tried. It's for some reason it is so hard. Like I've written poetry and it has a flow and it has a rhyme, but then I'm like, I'm gonna write a song, and every time I try to do it, it's just it doesn't happen. So I'm just trying to like break through that because I know it's possible and I just need to work at it. But that's kind of where I get stuck. But it seems like a cool thing, definitely an interest.
Yeah, it can be hard, but
Hmm.
For sure, yeah, it's definitely challenging, but like I think that for you, you're so creative, so you will actually like get the hang of it. I think like as you get older and more experience and stuff like that. But you're so talented. You have a lot of things on the go because I see like sometimes your posts and things like that. So do you want to talk a little bit about what you've been up to during the pandemic time?
So I have been surprisingly busy through the past pandemic, and it's been pretty good. I've worked a job with a place called Holland Bloorview, and we're working on something called the Dear Everybody campaign, and that's a campaign to help put disability representation in the media in a correct way. Because a lot of the times we watch films, and it's kind of tropes and stereotypes. So we're trying to push for authentic representation, like people with disabilities playing roles that are just roles that don't have to revolve around their disability, their condition, whatever. So that's been pretty fun. We're working on, I think it's like year 5 now, and that's been a new ad campaign, lots of different stuff going on with that. And I'm also working on a docu series, which is really really exciting, and they've been following me around filming lots of different stuff.
wow, that's a lot. That's so cool. Yeah, you definitely involved in a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Emma, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Girl Power has done stuff with Holland Bloorview, right?
I don't know what I feel like I've heard of
Yeah.
it. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I think we did some performance that they were involved in, but anyways, no, that's cool.
Mhm.
So what are you looking forward to most after the pandemic? Like, is there anything planned?
Yeah. After the pandemic, I'm not so sure because it's kind of muddy waters looking forward. I don't know what's gonna happen. But as for planning for the school year and starting up new things, I have some really exciting projects that are lined up, and I can't fully like talk about them just yet. But I'm so excited to get working on those, and I know that's gonna keep me busy. And I think. Um, yeah, just honestly, school, getting ready for if I'm going to go into university, college, anything like that. It's kind of all planning and figuring stuff out. And then I'd like to hone in on one skill and like really um, improve in it because I feel like I have a start in a bunch of different things, but I'm not like super skilled to be like, oh, I'm a tailor, I'm a sewer, I'm a songwriter. So it's like I need to kind of decide what I want to really focus on. And then, if I want to do other things, that can come in later. But I guess we'll just see.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, I'll tell you that I hope that by the time that you're going to university or college or whatever it is, if you decide to go, like depending on where your life takes you, but
For sure.
I hope by that time that it's not online because like I just started Ryerson, the
Yeah,
professional music program. I just started this week, and like it gives me a headache sitting there on Zoom. So as much as I do enjoy being home, like I really do like not having to commute. It's
for sure.
it's hard because sometimes like the prof will be saying something and then my Zoom will lag and I'm like, oh, I don't want to have to ask what he just said. So yeah. So
Yeah.
I hope that whenever you go, if you go, that it's in person.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been bizarre, like looking back towards school, and we drove past it the other day, and I was like, I have not been in this building for so long, and this is such a weird feeling to go back. It's just like you said, Emma. It's like you're going into a new school, and it feels like this is completely new people, new everything, but it's not, and that's the weird thing that online is like messed up for me. So I'm really hoping that it's not online as well, but honestly, you never know.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea what's gonna happen with COVID. Like it gets better and then it gets worse and then there's a variant and there's so many different things. Like it really sucks, but
Yeah,
it'll
new
eventually.
thing every week.
Yeah, I know. It'll eventually get better, but yeah. So, do you go to
Mhm.
school like an art schools or just a regular school?
So yeah, I actually go to Unionville High School and I'm in their drama program. So this has been a crazy time navigating drama and figuring that out. But besides that, I really love the program and it's been so fun.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. That's how you and Karina know each other.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool, cool. Um,
Are you doing the Showtime course this year?
I am signed up for Showtime. I am like in it, it's in my schedule, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be able to actually stay in the course. And that's just because of the commitments that I've signed on to outside of school. I really don't want to be in a position where like, I'm messing up the show or I'm falling behind if I have to focus on other things. So I'm just trying to figure out a balance with that and see what happens. So I'm going to go in and like just kind of get a layout for how it works. Since like last year when we did online and Showtime, it was basically this like collection of videos that we all took in different like places just of anything we wanted, and that was how we created our final product. But I'm not sure what they're planning on doing this year. If it's a full length show, that's going to be really interesting within the confines of COVID. But I'm excited to be in Showtime because it's always been a course I've like looked up to and wanted to be a part of since I was in grade 9 because I'd always go to the theater and watch the shows. But we'll have to see.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I saw the one that you guys did online, and you all did a great job. So, star, yes, congrats.
Thank you.
But I really hope that you guys do an in-person show, like, because if you get to stay in the course, like, I think that would be great for you. But I understand, obviously, you have so many commitments and things on the go. But I would love to come, back to the
Mhm.
theater and see you all perform.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be really fun. And I mean, you're a star, you know that. So it would be amazing to have you back too. And yeah,
Karina could be a guest performer.
Exactly, like a special moment. We can just descending.
For sure, yeah.
Who would you say is your biggest inspiration? Like it can be more than one person, and it could be family or someone popular.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter.
I'm a big fan of the show Drag Race, so RuPaul's Drag Race and like, all of the different shows that fall under, just the franchise. So one of my all-time favorite performers from that show is called Simone, and I definitely look up to her and some of the stuff that she does. So she's definitely inspiring in terms of, figuring out how to boost my own confidence and, feel good when I dress up and even when I'm doing makeup, like learning lots of different things. In terms of musical theater, I really look up to Ben Platt. I love his work in Dear Evan Hansen, and he is just a phenomenal performer. So I'd love to be like him, or just honestly be able to sing something like him would be incredible because his voice is just like magic.
Yeah, cool, cool.
What would you say that your biggest piece of advice for youth is?
Ooh, I think my biggest piece of advice for youth would be to take opportunities when you get them and to try to really push yourself out of, the box and the walls that we set for ourselves, because at a certain point, you can get stuck and you can kind of hold back. I've definitely been there, and I've been like worried to, you know, go all out and, give it my all, especially in drama. I've been really stressed in the past and afraid to put everything out there. But once I was able to kind of build more confidence and actually just say, you know what, this is for me to learn, this is an opportunity to grow and just kind of do it, it definitely helped me be able to improve. So I think taking opportunities when they are there to just kind of put your whole self forward and try your best is really important.
Yes, that was amazing.
Thank you.
Word of inspiration. We're gonna play our traditional game, this or that.
Okay.
So it's just pick one.
Sounds
um,
good.
so do you prefer Timmy's or Starbucks?
Ooh. Okay, I liked Tim's a lot before because I like their food better, but I think in terms of drinks, Starbucks. So probably overall Starbucks.
Yeah, cool. I say Tim Hortons just because it's cheaper and um,
Yeah.
and I already go there more often. So yeah.
Obviously I like Starbucks. I think we all know at this point. But I don't dislike Tim Hortons. I just find that this is a
Right.
point that I haven't brought up yet on the show actually when we've talked about this. Tim Hortons seems to always be out of things. Like every time I go,
Oh
like
my
they're always out of what
god.
I want. So yeah, so that knocks off a couple points for Tim Hortons.
No, that's happened to me actually. Me and my dad went to like go get dinner there. We got wraps and it was like chicken and bacon. There was no chicken in it. It was just lettuce and bacon and I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. Okay, I'll ask another like food kind of question because I don't know, maybe I'm like hungry or something, but
Sure.
um, okay, Popeyes or KFC?
Oh, I kind of it cut out a little bit. Could you repeat the question? Sorry.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if you eat either of these, but Popeyes or KFC?
Ooh, okay, so I'm actually like kind of vegetarian, so I don't really or I try my best to not eat meat when I can. So I haven't really eaten much. I'm also like a really picky eater, so I haven't eaten much from there, but sometimes my Lola, she brings Popeyes fries and I really like those. So for that reason only, I would say Popeyes.
That sounds good. I don't really eat like either of those, but I feel like I've been to KFC and not to Popeyes, so
Mm,
yeah.
Okay. No, I was just curious because like all of my friends who like do eat at those places have like different opinions. But I'm gonna say Popeyes because I don't know, like I guess Emma, maybe you haven't, but maybe Ty, if you've had like the biscuits from there, they're very, very
I
good.
don't
So
think so.
I've
okay.
heard
I'll have to try it.
yeah.
Yeah, cool.
All right. Okay. Do you prefer online shopping or shopping in a store?
Definitely shopping in a store, except that does not stop me from buying things online very impulsively, which is not good. Working on that, but I think I like shopping in person a lot better. I've actually been working a job like with an app called Access Now, and what I've been doing is they gave me like a work phone, and it has this technology in it that can create 3D scans of buildings and rooms. So they've wanted me to go into different stores and scan them for accessibility to create like a little bit of a database, or not necessarily a database, but a collection of information on what places are accessible and what makes it accessible versus what isn't accessible, and how can we fix that by using these 3D scans. So I've been in stores and in malls a lot, doing like lots of shopping and kind of spending my paychecks for that right away, but either way it's really cool.
That sounds so cool. Where did you find that job?
Mhm. Well, so Access Now, it's actually a crazy story. Access Now is like it's an app. So what it does is it is a big map of all of these different places, and under it, there's an accessibility rating. So it'll be like red, yellow, green. Red being it's not accessible, green being good, yellow being So the way that I found out about the app was actually through drama, because it turns out the founder of the app, Mayan, was actually an AU drama student who was taught by Rob and Beeman. And Rob was like, "Hey, you should reach out." So I did, and then we connected, and then I found out about opportunities, reached out, and I was like, "Hey, is this possible if I help out with your mapping project?" Which was something else, and then that led to another thing, and then now I'm doing the scanning.
Yeah, that's so cool. It's great to have those
Mhm.
connections, especially in an art school. I feel like there's so many more connections.
Yeah,
100%.
honestly, like people that went to Unionville High School are iconic. Like okay, not trying to say that people who didn't go to Unionville aren't iconic, but like didn't the guy from like Star Wars graduate?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
we have like Sarah Wells, who is also amazing. And yeah, I've worked with her on a couple things before, and yeah, there's really cool people. And like once you kind of find them and you have that connection that's Unionville, you can make really cool friends and also connections too.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
we should make like a Facebook group for just people who graduated from USS.
They actually do
That
stuff.
would be sick.
I remember my mom's like old school when she was in high school. They made like a Facebook group. It was like to reunite. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
I forget what
Um
I asked. Oh, I asked online. Okay. I prefer online shopping just because there's more options. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'll also say online shopping, even though there are aspects of in-person shopping that I do like a lot, and so I think I've said in-person shopping on previous episodes. I'll say online shopping because I find myself being pulled in by like Instagram ads and things where you can just swipe up. I don't know if that happens to you guys, but there's really cool products available online on these like cool one-off websites and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen
Mhm.
them. I
And
get
it's
that.
so exciting to get a package.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just waiting and the package is there and you're like, "Yes."
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Do you,
Okay, I'll ask one last question. Um, hmm. I guess like everyone is different when it comes to this type of thing, and I think I would know your answer, Ty, based on like how we were talking previously. But do you prefer online learning or in-person learning? Because there are kind of pros and cons to both. So like, what is your take on it?
There is definitely many pros and cons to both, and I definitely felt that. Like when we were doing online, I got to sleep in. I got to just kind of join the call and take what I needed. I also got to take a lot more classes that were comfortable for me and a little bit, more relaxed than, say if I was doing science or math. So in that context, it was okay, but I 100% learn better when I'm in person and actually doing something. And I'm doing like English and drama and fashion. A lot of these things, okay, maybe not English, but at least drama and fashion, you kind of need to be there and you need to,
Yeah.
feel the fabrics, feel the textures, actually be on the stage and present in the moment. So that, for that reason, I 100% say in-person learning I prefer.
Yeah, I agree with what you said about how you have to kind of be in person. It's like when I had musical theater last year, it was still good. Like we did warm-ups and we did stretches and stuff on the call every day, but it wasn't the same like as being on stage and preparing the whole musical and everything. And, like the whole thing was online and just recording so many videos and
Mhm.
stuff, and it's just not the same, you know. It's actually like putting together a musical and stuff. But yeah, based on school, I don't think I can really focus online. It's really hard for me. I probably just fall asleep in my bed. So yeah, I'd say in person it's easier for me to like learn. So yeah.
Okay, so
For
here's
sure.
my answer. Here's my answer. So during the like warmer months, for sure, in person. But like December, January, February, I do not like leaving my house. Like Canadian weather in the winter is terrible, and like when you have to drive somewhere far, even when I was just going to Unionville High School, a drive that could have taken like 15 minutes would end up being like 45 minutes in the winter. So yeah, I'll say like for the winter months, oh, like online, on Zoom, all the way in my pajamas. But like any other time of the year in person.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I was just saying, yeah, the other reason I like in person is obviously seeing people.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I agree, and I feel like a lot of being online and using the new technologies has really kind of improved ways of doing things and made things a lot easier. Like Zoom can be a really big hassle sometimes, with like internet lag and dogs barking and all of this. But at the same time, so can driving there, and so can be getting into the building and having to do all this, even accessibility. I was talking to some drag performers in Toronto because I just finished like a little mini show with them, and it was for like a kid show. And in that project, they were telling me that they were able to create an online space for performers with disabilities, and anyone was able to show up and actually perform. And that gave all of the different people opportunities to be on a stage and have an audience, even if they couldn't make it because venues weren't accessible or it wasn't safe for them to get out there independently. So stuff like that could definitely be a plus for the future.
For
Yeah.
sure, for sure. So I just have a question for you, Ty, that I ask like to most of our guests. Do you have a favorite song right now?
Oh, that's a good question. Um, I'm a big fan of an artist called Phoebe Bridgers. I've been like listening to her stuff so much, and it is great. I would say the song that I've been just kind of playing on repeat over and over is Waiting Room by her, and it is really really good. It's really sad, but I love that kind of music, so I'd say that one.
Yeah, I like sad music too. All
Hmm.
right, so here's our
Definitely should give her a listen then. It's rough.
yeah. All right, I will. So here's our traditional special question. It's if you could invite three people to dinner, living, dead, fictional, or real, who would they be?
Ooh, that is a cool question. I hmm. I have to think about that one because
Yeah.
there's like so many people. I mean, of course there's so many people in the world, but like what people would I choose? That is a tough one. I As I said, I'm a big fan of Drag Race, so I mean, instantly what my mind goes to is like inviting just some of them and being like, "Hey, let's have a party," and it would be really fun. So I would probably invite Simone, as I mentioned before, another queen called Bimini from UK. That would be sick. Um, and someone else, maybe even just Phoebe. Like she's so cool and she's so down to earth. So inviting her would be epic. That's a weird group, but I mean, probably work.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure. So I guess we'll just wrap everything up now. So thank you so much for coming, Ty. And just before you go, can you please say your social media platforms for everyone watching?
If you all want to follow me on Instagram, you can add me at Titanium. So that's TAITANIIUM. And honestly, that's kind of the main thing that I work out of. So you can just reach out to me there and I'll probably respond.
Cool.
Awesome. Yes. Everyone go follow Ty. Woo. He's already a superstar, but you wanna say that you knew him before he was like a mega star, you know? So I'll say my Instagram as well, Karina.b, CARINAA.b. I also have a tie-dye shop on Instagram, to die for shop with the number 4. My Facebook and my YouTube is Karina Bianchini, and my TikTok is Karina Bianchini XO.
And my Instagram and TikTok are Emerald B Music, and my Facebook, YouTube, and music on all streaming platforms is under Emerald B.
So yes, go give us that clout and give Moksha Canada that clout. Follow us and subscribe at Moksha Canada. Thank you so much to Ty for coming today on The Artist in You, and thank you so much to everyone watching.
Thank you. Good job. Bye.
Bye.